If you're a seller and you sell stuff online, regardless whether it's auction or buy it now online, and you use actual eBay as a price references, what to start your stuff at, again, if it's buy it now or auction, I want to give some people some tips because there's some stuff that's getting really out of hand, especially on eBay, because one, people don't know what they have, and they're priced at ridiculous prices, but also people aren't knowing how to actually properly find out how much stuff is actually going for. So I'm going to use this right here. This is a Rolling Thunder Hot Wheels. If you know, you know. It's a pretty popular semi for their different variations for this actual vehicle. I actually sold 2 of these on Whatnot. I'm going to use this as an actual reference for what I want to talk about. Sellers, you're going to want to hear this because one, this will help you price your stuff correctly and know how much stuff is actually going for, and then also it'll almost not make you want to look like a fool. Just put it that way. Just put it that way. So let's get to it right after this intro. But before I get started, please give this video a like at any time. I'd really appreciate it. Give it a comment. Share our channel with all your friends and family members, not just, on YouTube, but everywhere. Help us grow. We'd really appreciate it. And give us a subscribe. It's free. All subscribe is a follow for anybody that is new to actually YouTube. Now, what I'm getting ready to talk about is not pointed towards people that are new to the actual online selling game, with getting prices, proper pricing, all those stuff. They're learning. You have to do your research and everything stuff. They're learning. But that's what this video is about as well, is to help people actually learn about this stuff. Because some of this stuff is getting utterly ridiculous. But anyway, this Thunder Roller right here actually sold, I think the first one sold for $7, and I think the second one sold for $9, or vice versa, on Whatnot. Okay, if I didn't know how to look up prices or how to do proper stuff for what stuff is actually going for, I probably would have been, it still went on the low end, but I would have been kind of a little bit upset as an actual seller. I mean, it's the name of the game, but still, I would have thought, man, somebody definitely got a steal on those, which they did, but I'm talking about a big old huge steal, because the very first Thunder Roller that I seen come up on eBay, where most people go to get their prices from when I looked the vehicle up, was this one right here. It says $40. Now, granted, there's a lot of different variations of cars. Some of the stuff you don't see in the pictures, some of the stuff isn't listed in the actual description. They're worth more than others, but this is pretty much how it is in general, what I'm getting ready to tell you, okay? This $40 is not what you should expect to get out of your Thunder Roller as far as right now, okay? Let me tell you why. Because that is just what they listed it for. That is not what it sells for. That is not what it sells on average the last 30 days. The prices of a lot of this stuff goes up and down, just like the stock market. You have to keep track of this stuff. And I'm not talking about just diecast. I'm talking about anything in general that you sell online that you go to eBay for to actually find the actual value of it on what you actually should be getting out of whatever you are actually selling. You have to go to the filter that is up top, go down, hit the more, then click the actual sold item, which will also have completed items. That'll show you the items that has sold within the last 30 days and what it has actually went for, what people are willing to actually buy them for. Okay, and as you can see here, here's a couple of examples. Most of them on average are going from, I don't show them all here, they were going anywhere between $8 to $15. Okay, so me selling for $79, that's like half price. Pretty much, but for somebody to list it for $40, I mean, I've seen people list the new Porsche and stuff like that, that's a mainline, for $1.25 that people barely want to pay $3 for online, because it's a newer one. I've seen them just because it's a Porsche and they think that they got something big, they list it for like $40, $50 on eBay. Okay, first of all, you know, not only does that kind of make the person kind of look like either they're new, or, you know, it just makes them look foolish because they're wanting to gouge people, but that also messes with the market. It does. It messes with the market badly. When you overprice stuff, it messes with everything else. So you have to learn how to price your stuff correctly. The proper way to do it is do not go off of what people list stuff for. Let me repeat that again. Do not go off what people list stuff for. Go off of what things are being sold for in the last 30 days. And that's where you should list your vehicle at as a buy it now for a deal. Granted, whatever you paid for the product, you don't want to lose money as well. You got to take that into consideration. And then when you list it for auction, you know, unless you feel safe to start it off in a low amount, then it'll actually reach a higher amount. You know, at least you'll know roundabout where to kind of start it at with that too as well, so you don't kind of lose money. So you don't again, you don't look like you're new or foolish or something along those lines when you started out the auction out at a higher amount that's way over what it's actually going for. That deters a lot of buyers as well. A lot of buyers will go somewhere else. Even though you got stuff that they may want and all this stuff, the buyers will go somewhere else because they're like, this person just has no clue about pricing. So please, sellers, do your research and look up the stuff the proper way before you just throw it up. You know your stuff. Do research. Now, I know a lot of stuff, like I said, you're going to be new, trial and error stuff. You got to learn from mistakes, all this other stuff, but it takes time. There's YouTube videos out there. There's articles out there. There's other people in the community out there. Take advantage of that stuff so you know what is going on, so you know the proper way to actually do stuff. So some of these prices, I'm telling you, they're just, I seen somebody not too long ago or whatever, just a regular C10 that, again, a lot of people weren't wanting to pay over about $5 for, just because he had a C10. Apparently somebody tricked him or something. I have no clue. But he paid $15 for it, and he said, and then he listed it for like $25, and I'm like, in the actual auction, the live auction, he's like, "Come on, guys, or whatever, I paid this for it, blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, you know, you paid way too much for it." Again, you have to do your research. A lot of people are going to try to gouge you. A lot of people are going to try to overprice you, all that other stuff. And please, also as well, I know as a seller, I hate to say this, but I'm also a buyer as well. So, you know, you want to get a deal as an actual buyer, but you also want to make sure the seller makes money too as well. But you don't want to sit there and pay some god-awful price for stuff either. That hurts the market as well. For example, look when the Honda Civics first came out, when they started making Honda Civics again. Went through the roof. Now, a lot of the Honda Civics like, okay. Look at the square body, the Dollar General purple square body that came out. People were trading that for RLCs and super treasure hunts, selling for like $100 and $50. Now, the M2 Golf set, same way. Everything, you know. Again, as a buyer, you really don't want to be, you know, too low on buying stuff because it hurts the seller. Don't get me wrong. You know, you don't want to sit there and get stuff too cheap and take advantage of stuff. But you don't want to pay the high price either. You want to have a happy medium there, and that's what helps out the market. That's the reason why the market is so weird right now on DIECAST and a lot of other stuff. Is because of this stuff. Not just this stuff, but this is one of the reasons why. But anyway, hopefully this helps y'all as buyers and as sellers both. Trust me, I try to share everything I can to try to help people. I don't know everything. I'm still learning stuff day by day as well myself. But I try to share stuff with everybody to help them learn, to help them see what's going on so they know beforehand, to maybe help them stay away from situations where I made mistakes so they don't have to go through it. and go through the headache, you know, stuff like that. But I also do other stuff on this channel too for anybody that's new. But anyway, we hope you all had an amazing, blessed day, and we hope to see you in the next one.